welcome to Realwithmo channel. You're seeing me for the first time, I know. Yeah, and I can't believe I'm doing this. Today I'll be doing a story time for you guys about my experience in Saudi Arabia and some things I wish somebody told me before I went to work over there. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because this country is a bit different from other countries that you know. I call it, it's kind of isolated from the rest of the world because the things which are done there are according to their laws. That is what I can say. So you might find some things a bit different, and it's good if you know, like, I know people are going daily, women are exiting, women are going to Saudi Arabia every day, and most people, like for those people who are going for a second or a third time, there is no problem. But for the newbies, it is so difficult to adjust, especially because of everything. Like, you'll find yourself being shocked by the way things are done and the culture. So I'll be telling you some things which I wish somebody told me before I went to work in Saudi Arabia. The first thing, I'm looking down because of my notebook. I have my notebook here. So the first thing is there is no off. Just know that when you go there, just put it in your mind that you are going to work. Forget about everything. Just put your mind to work, concentrate with your work, and do the much, like, the best you can. Nobody is perfect, but do the best you can. Because I normally tell my friends, the newbies, I tell them, friends, just know that kazi yako ni mtetezi wako. I'm not an agent. When I say that, is because I found myself working in the house of an agent, and my agent didn't know English. And for people who go there for the first time, they don't know Arabic, so I was kinda a translator for her. So when I say I was a translator, it's because I felt the burden of doing something for my fellow sisters. I wish I had somebody who could translate for me, because it was difficult for me having language barrier. Maybe you want to explain something and only Mr. is the man of the house, we call them Mr. over there, is the one who knew English, and I was always with the woman. Now when Mr. went to work, I could not explain anything, like she couldn't understand me, so I had to wait for him so that I tell him what I want, or she used to tell me things. She used to do actions to me, it was so difficult, and you have to work. So I felt it in my heart that since my agent was bringing Kenyans to Saudi Arabia, like, I be of help to her, and also I translate to my fellow sisters and try and talk to them. I asked her for this favor because she liked me and the kind of job I was doing, and I used to, I asked her for a favor, and I told her that I need to, whenever there is a problem, my fellow sisters have a problem, let them talk to me, because some things can be avoided, and if you talk to your fellow Kenyan, being an experienced person, maybe you're watching this and you're in Saudi Arabia, please don't make other people do bad things in the houses. Just tell them the best they can do so that they can avoid issues. So that is what I was doing to my fellow sisters. So to go back to my point, there is no off. Yeah, there is no off. You will work from Friday to Friday. No off at all. Phones, for the phones, if you can, please just go with something that can go, you don't have to go with something expensive, but something which has WhatsApp, a phone which has WhatsApp, so that you can be able to communicate with your family. Because I'm saying this because most families, not most, but some families over there, not all, I didn't say all. You'll find that they don't want these women to have phones. They feel that if you have a phone, you'll not concentrate on your job. So they try to limit that part. You can even go there and say, I'll go there and buy a phone. But when you go there, they start taking you like this. The family over this in Kenya don't know. They'll be like, she went to Saudi Arabia, she's not communicating, maybe these people are mistreating her, because of the mentality people have, because of that, the way people are treated over there, the family will start panicking. So to avoid that, please carry something which you can use on WhatsApp, which you can download WhatsApp on it. And if you can, buy an Airtel line. Airtel is global. Yeah, I hope I used the correct numbers. And Safaricom is kind of limited. So if you have Airtel, when you go to the other side, there is a way you can tell even your family to buy airtime for you. You understand me? Like when you send money home, you can tell them to send you credit. Yeah, that is, it will really help, so that if maybe they don't give you Wi-Fi immediately, at least you'll have something to communicate with your family. Okay, you'll have a way of communicating with your family. Yeah, that is so important. And another thing, abaya. I'm taking my notebook over here. Abaya, when you go there, just know that you'll be wearing the black attire, that Muslim attire, whenever you go out. But now the laws are changing slowly. Saudi Arabia is like adjusting and becoming like the other parts of the world. So you find that some people don't force you to put on the abaya. Yeah, you just put on the uniform. And on this part of, I forgot about the uniform. The uniform is normally baggy. They'll give you baggy clothes, like Indian clothes, or you'll find there is this uniform. Some families are not. They'll give you just an ordinary uniform, a good fitting uniform. Some families will find they give you like a maternity dress, or the Indian clothes which are so big. So that is how it is over there. You have to like put on big clothes. That is how their way of dressing for the house managers. Yeah. So when you go there, just forget about this fancy clothes. Just know that you'll have some uniform which will be given according to the family. Okay. Another thing, for this, everything I'm saying does not relate to every family. But the family I went to and the family members of my boss, I found out that these people, like, for the ones who are not exposed, there are these people, Saudi Arabians, who are exposed. They are different. The way they do things is totally different. It's like the way we do stuff in our country. So these people who are not exposed, or those who have never gone outside Middle East, you'll find that they have this thing of talking like they sound rude, but they are not rude. That is the way they talk. You'll find that maybe sometimes you see somebody even telling you there is no please. You'll find that you're told, I need a glass of water, faster. There is this language of faster. Sirha, I want it faster. Please do it faster. I want coffee faster. Everything is very fast. You have to walk like a robot. And that is how it is. So you can find yourself like being hurt. Like for me, the first time, I used to feel so sad. I was like, how do these people treat me? They're so rude. But I found that is how things are. Even the kids, that is how they talk to each other. They can talk bad language. According to us, it's bad language, but according to them, they're just jokes. Okay? So when you go there, just as long as somebody does not beat you, deny you food or your salary, anything else they do, even if they tell you, do it faster, you've not done this, you have to do it again, just do it. And yeah, exactly. Okay, so Waking up. There is time for waking up. Like you'll find most families, you'll be told, make sure you wake up at around 7 or 6, not even 6, 4:30, because you have to wake up before the rest of the family, so that you prepare breakfast, you wake up. Some people even wake up the driver, like me. I used to wake up. If Maureen oversleeps, nobody will wake up on time. So that is how it is. You just have to know that if they tell you have to wake up at 4 or 4:30, make sure you wake up at that time. Don't argue, just wake up at that time. Okay? Remember, you want to do what? To work. So you wake up at that time. And when you're going to wake up, you'll be told, but the time that you'll go to sleep, you'll never know. What do I mean when I say this? Because you have to finish your work before you go to sleep. So you'll find that you'll be the first one to wake up and you'll be the last one to sleep. Because after finishing, there is this tendency when you go there. Don't think that is like Kenya or in these houses, you're tired and you're like, I'll wash this place tomorrow. Try and avoid that. Like when you go there, make sure that you finish working, clean the plates, clean your working area, the kitchen and everything, then go rest. Like try to avoid issues, petty issues, because they'll not even tell you. They'll be checking you. Sometimes they'll just check you. You think things are normal, but they just check you. Then you find like a report has been taken to your agent or the office that this woman is doing this, she's not doing this and that, and she's supposed to do this. And they not even tell you, but you'll find report in the office. So try and avoid issues, okay? Try and avoid issues. Another thing, the houses, most houses are big over there. They're big. Like for me, I remember I was shown like half of the house. They showed me the basement and the first floor and the ground floor. I didn't know I had like 2 floors and where I was sleeping on top, you know. So when I went there, it was terrible for me, because I went there with on my mind I was like, I only have the living room, the kitchen and the kids room and whatever. And they'll also tell you, like they'll reduce the work. They'll tell you, when you come here, you'll not touch the kids, you'll do only this and this and this. Just know that when you go there, be open-minded, because most of the time when you go there, you'll find that what you're told is not what you'll find. Not every house, but some houses you'll find like that. So when you go there, just be open-minded and just tell God to give you strength, so that when you go, like you can do whatever you're supposed to do. And another thing, please try and carry some basics. Carry basics, like carry some basics. Don't go there expecting to buy, I don't know, I'll go there, I'll buy this and that and that. If you can't buy from home, especially when you go for the first time, try and carry some painkillers, because you know, because of the way you fluctuate, you are still adjusting with the sleep and everything. You'll find that you'll develop some kind of headache, okay? So carry paracetamol, try and carry some paracetamol. Carry leggings, you know, carry leggings, because when you give, some houses will give you uniforms which are like kind translucent, you see. So when you put on leggings inside, it kind of covers you up. What else? Carry some sandals. Carry sandals if you can. Carry sandals. Carry socks. For the leggings and the socks, these are things which are so important, because when it's winter over there, it is so cold, my dear, so cold, and you know you're working and you're also always touching water. So make sure that you carry socks and carry some leggings with you. Carry enough inner clothes, some bra and some pants. Carry enough. because you can go and you're being told we'll take you to the mall, and so that you go and buy. Days go by and you've not bought, and maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months. These were things which people complain about. Okay, if you can also, there is this free dress which is normally worn by the people in the coastal region. Dera, we call it dera in Swahili. Carry some few deras, carry something to cover your head, because always they love when people cover their heads. Okay, they love it when you cover your head. So please try and carry something, not a net, this one we wear here for sleeping, but something, not Marvin also, because it's so hot. When it's summer, it is so hot over there. When it's winter, it is so cold. So you can carry a Marvin for the winter, and carry some jumper, heavy one or two, some sweater. What else? Carry pads, okay? Carry pads, sanitary towels. Make sure that you carry this hair removal cream or something to shave yourself. You need to carry all these things. My friend, you're going somewhere you don't know. Do you know some people go and work in remote places of Saudi Arabia, where like going to the shop you have to drive so many kilometers? Do you know that? So don't think that you're going Maju. You know, people say, I'm going Maju or I'm going overseas. Those are places where people are developed. You can be taken to a very remote place, my dear, and you've not carried these things. Or even you go tell them, they don't understand you. At least if you have something, you tell them, buy me something which looks like this. They'll tell you, we don't have exactly this, but this is what we can get you. Okay? And what else again? Yeah, carry this basic stuff. Don't assume. Just carry basic stuff that you can. Okay? Another thing, try and smile no matter what. This is so hard. This is so hard because most of the time you're tired. You've been overworked. My friend, I used to say, I'm being overworked, until maybe you walk like this, like a dog. You know, you're tired, you don't have strength. All the strength you have is for maybe finishing up what you're supposed to do, but you don't have strength to talk. I used to joke with them and tell them, not even joking until they took it as a joke. I used to tell them my battery is finished. I only have battery for my battery, because I used to tell them, you people see us like like robots. Why do you see me like a robot? I have blood, and I tell them laughing. I tell them I have blood, I get tired. I use blood in my system, I don't use petrol. I get tired. Even when a car gets tired, even when a car goes for, like when you work, when you drive your car, it normally goes for service. For us, we need to rest. We don't rest. So I used to tell them, now because I don't rest, please, when I'm tired and you see me tired, just leave me alone, because my battery is finished. I have like a few oh my god, sometimes I sit down and start laughing about these things. You become who you are never. Like, is that English correct really? Like you change to be someone else. You develop some character of self-defense. I don't know. I never used to be outspoken, but when I went there, I found myself being able to defend myself. Because at first, before I got used to everything, I used to feel sad and cry sometimes. But it came a point where I said, no, I'm not going to cry. I have to defend myself. So I used to, like we say in Swahili, mezea, like it goes in here, it goes out here. Don't put things in your heart, because if you put things in your heart, you start having depression, you start developing ulcers, too much headache, These are things which happened to me when I was a newbie, okay? So I don't want these things to happen to someone else because it was hard. And you are out there alone, you know no one, you don't know anyone. Like adjusting. Or when you start working, I remember my boss even told me, do you know when you came here I didn't like you? Because these people, most of the time, they believe in color, you know. So if you're dark skinned, they treat you different. Africans are treated different from the Philippines and the rest. There are some who are open-minded, not everyone. But if you're black, sometimes it becomes a disadvantage for you. So I discovered this when they started giving me some soap, whitening soap and some creams to whiten my skin, and I told them, no, I love my skin and I don't like using this kind of stuff. So the way I say, your job is the one that defends you. I did the best I could, and that is how they appreciated me and loved me. And after 8 months is when this woman was telling me about this story. She told me, you know, Maureen, when you came here, I didn't like you. But when I discovered that you were doing a good job, I found myself like getting to like start liking you. And I discovered that you're a nice person. I never used to be outspoken, but when I went there, I found myself being able to defend myself. Because at first, before I got used to everything, I used to feel sad and cry sometimes. But it came a point where I said, no, I'm not going to cry. I have to defend myself. So I used to, like we say in Swahili, mezea. Like you, it goes in here, it goes out here. Don't put things in your heart, because if you put things in your heart, you start having depression, you start developing ulcers, too much headache. These are things which happened to me when I was a newbie, okay? So I don't want these things to happen to someone else.